Ayabusia for some quantities in a yama ubibia aqua, and was already a body rare and seminal emua. NPP Amanyokono, and rather a mutume a lanchi or more institution, Bakwa or Mode a betty and nintre and name the four ever Amanyokono, Emunano, and Ampenifo, a would be na, to me eco piemu ever honomoa, a year former president J.A. Kuffour, and so to me. Ekopiemu ewo hobina bro kopiemu ono media ensem bebe na ana ekos webusia enye esenketwa yina yebehya MPP amanyoko no sisi o masha hoboase a omo epe obi obedi omanim e de omakwa coming 2028 abato ebeba so no emu na 2026 ye 31st January ana womo ahyese wo mbeyi omo flag bearer a ebusia enye senketwa na no ana former president J.A. Kuffour ejina simpie ne apaso ewo dwumedie no ase ede ensamodo brebena ede etuga ekasa fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene Kennedy akompreku Japan contest a ekoso agese we tumane no nyonko na we ato ama na nyonko agese ebusia enye esenketwa na president J.A. Kuffour akasa yie papa enye esenketwa mebese beko na yakotie ne sam a wotumi ede etuga wabra ogina simpie ene apaso yeba de omu bia no ede beto aso.
A step to our regaining power. And it's possible for even 2028. Professor Kwe, in telling us, narrating the history, talked of how Professor Bawumia, in his time, was just one-man opposition to the very powerful, highly organized our first Prime Minister, first President Kwame Nkrumah's party in Parliament. Then they started off as Legislative Assembly. Just one man. It was his performance, one man against the heavy odds, that convinced the Northern People's Party under Chief Dombo to go and say, you be our leader in this house. That's how Bawumia became the leader of the tradition. It wasn't just the knowledge Bawumia had. He had degrees, yes. PhD, first Ghanaian professor in Legon, in sociology, everything. But it wasn't just the knowledge. Or was it just the, say, dislike of President Nkrumah or Prime Minister Nkrumah in those times? No. President Nkrumah was talking ideologies that were not founded in our culture. Bawumia, like Dankwa before him, Dankwa unfortunately never got a chance to be part of the Legislative Assembly or Parliament. But he talked the principles, very enduring, very eternal principles that I believe the whole world is moving to support these days. Bawumia continued with that. Common humanity, from which commitment to democratic rule, recognizing the sovereignty of the human individual, came, and from which accountable governance, when the people give you their mandate by voting, they give the elected their power to go and govern. So if I give you my power to go and govern, then you must be accountable to me. That was what Dankwa and Bawumia talked. This was what pleased the then leadership of the North. Chief Dombo, Chief Yakubu Tali, Tolona, Jato Kaleo, Abai Fakabo. Fortunately, as I sit here, I worked with all these men. I was in my 20s when I joined them. The only one I didn't have the benefit, privilege to work with was J.B. Dankwa himself. Because I came back to Ghana as a young lawyer, 1965, January. The very next month, February 65, Dr. Dankwa died in prison, detention prison. Prison detention in Sawam, apparently died on the floor. He hadn't been accused. He hadn't been found guilty. But the man persisted till his dying breath that it was humanity he would support. That's why he talked democracy. He's a martyr. He died a martyr. Bawumia continued in that. I worked with Bawumia because when PP came to power 69, I was 30 years old.
These days, young people, I see so many of you here. You complain, oh, the youth, this party doesn't give you. No, you must strike out, go in and contest. You don't expect anybody to give you anything on a silver platter. I was 30, I contested to come to parliament. My constituency gave it to me. And when I came to parliament, Professor Bawumia, the teacher that he was, perhaps he saw something in this little boy. He said, you, be the deputy foreign minister of Ghana at the age of 30.
I'm addressing you, the youth, because we are talking about your future in this thing. 2 years, 3 months of what I believe was a very good government, because it inherited so many problems. And the government was trying to find solutions, sometimes bitter solutions, but they were genuine solutions. The soldiers under Champon came to remove us. And I was put in Sh0cks prison. I stayed there for 1 year, 3 months, not being accused.
I'm telling you, so the youth, when you complain these days, you must know it happened before, long before you were born. You must help yourselves. You are the majority now.
I'm having to tell you, we lost power 79 as we learned from Professor Kuffour. Why? Because along the way, we found that even as we all subscribe to democracy, we tended to be too individualistic. Egos were so big. Everybody would go and look into his mirror and think that is perhaps superior or better than the next man. You see, a party must be united. We must be reconciled. But if we go in with swollen egos, I'm entitled, it's my turn. If you say that to yourself, the next man would also tell that to himself, or the next woman. So why do we get the unity? And without the unity, how can you call yourselves a party? Democracy is one man, one vote. Most of you lawyers, doctors, engineers, professionals,
these days we are all becoming Europeans. Monogamy. You and your wife, you live in a fine bungalow, perhaps with just a child or two. The laborer outside there at your gate may have 2, 3 wives, perhaps 10 children. When it's time to go and vote, and you haven't won the support, the trust of the... Who would win?
It's common sense. Kukurudu! Please, it's a very sad situation we are in now, and this is why I was invited to come and launch